Okay, so we're doing the Snyder Cut, and I'm joined by a special guest, Nick. He was in the Lightning Returns review as Waluigi Claus, we credited him as. So, what's up, Nick? I haven't seen you in a bit.
I'm feeling great. I can't wait to spend 4 hours of my life staring at gray.
I mean, it is the day for it. Snyder marathon, because it's fucking gray outside right now. It's raining and fucking the sky looks miserable. So why not spend 4 hours indoors watching the Snyder Cut? So real quick, let's talk about the Joss Whedon Justice League, because but boy howdy, that sucked, huh?
I remember snippets of it. Steppenwolf looking like chewed up bubblegum.
Yep.
Hating the Flash.
He was the worst.
Oh, his hand, Josh Whedon's hand was so far up the Flash's ass.
Oh god, dude, the Flash was the worst part of that, and then Gal Gadot not trying at all.
Kal-El, no.
You know, the saddest part about the Joss Whedon Justice League was that Jason Momoa's Aquaman was actually one of the better parts. Dude, that climax, I still stand by the climax in the Joss Whedon Justice League. The ugliest fucking CGI I've seen in a DC movie.
I mean, is it gonna be any different here?
I don't know. It's probably, well, in the original trailer, it was gray and black lighting, but in the Joss Whedon one, it was red, dude. It looked awful. It looked like the opening cutscene of Mortal Kombat Annihilation on the fucking Wii and the PS2. That's what it looked like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one looked like shit. And then fucking Superman. Oh god, I hope his suit looks better in this. Remember though? You see the suit he had? Dude, they have like this metal padding for his muscles. Mm-hmm. They're not even trying to hide it. It's like you see every little stitch of his fake muscle, and I'm like, what's faker, his muscles or his face? Yeah, his fucking stupid face, which I don't think we're gonna see any of that. I don't think he didn't use. Zack Snyder's not using any of Joss Whedon's footage, right?
I would not know.
Okay, and I don't think neither of us really know much about this.
I went to this as little knowledge on it as possible.
Same. Like, all I know about this is that it's 4x3. That's kind of it, and it's 4 hours long. And I'm sure this is probably going to be better than the Joss Whedon one, because it's going to be someone's vision, at least.
I was going to say, like, the aspect ratio kind of reminds me of The Lighthouse. Another movie that's all gray.
Okay, The Lighthouse is actually a good movie, though. And it's also, Lighthouse fucking comes and goes. This is fucking longer than, almost as long as a whole season of Stranger Things right here. And Lighthouse is actually a decent movie. The Snyder, Man of Steel and fucking Batman v Superman, I hate those movies. Those are terrible. That fucking Batman v Superman killed the entire DCEU, and Man of Steel answers the age-old question of, hey, what if Superman was at 9/11? Would he have helped? No, he probably would have knocked down a couple extra buildings just to make sure the city stayed symmetrical.
For feng shui.
For feng shui's sake. Yeah, so I'm sure this is going to be better. It's going to feel like someone's vision, but I don't think it's going to be good. Yeah, we're going to get right into the Snyder Cut. We're going to check back in every hour of the runtime and give thoughts thus far, because there's no point in waiting till the end, because fucking 4 hours later. But yeah, we're going to see how this goes. So, we're an hour in so far. What do you think, Nick?
An hour of setup.
Yeah. I was telling him, this whole first hour feels like a bunch of post-credit scenes shoved together. Like, it feels like every after-credit scene of an MCU movie just put together, because there's supposed to be a million other movies leading up to this, and it never happened. I'm surprised at how much of this shit was still in the theatrical cut, like the whole Wonder Woman with the bank.
Oh yes, the very, very important bank robbery scene. We had to know that she can reflect bullets, because that's gonna come in later, right?
Literally, like, why was that even still in this? And then also, she fucking kills that guy by smashing her wrists together and blowing out the entire floor.
But doesn't kill the people behind her.
Yeah, but it's like he was gonna blow up the bank, she stopped the bomb, and then she just blows up that floor anyway. It's like, you're fast enough to just punch him.
Oh, speaking of Wonder Woman, how about her theme?
It's every fucking scene, there's I'll give it credit. It's there's like less talking.
Yes.
There's more like weight to what's happening.
Yeah.
But it's still dumb. Like it kind of makes the Amazons look even dumber when they seal the front door to keep him out. But it's like
they can fly out of the hole.
He came in through the roof.
Yeah.
And it's like he came in through the roof, so we're gonna lock the front door so he can't get out? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh shit! They fly now.
They fly now. They fly now.
Well, I got some salsa cheese on me because I'm a slob. I'm gonna keep it here just for now, so I can be reminded of what solid colors look like.
I was saying before that Zach's probably got really mad at the Green Lantern. He's like, why can't he be the Gray Lantern? Oh, no Barry Allen so far, like at all.
I'm joyous.
That's a positive change. There's like zero Barry Allen. There's more Cyborg than Barry Allen, which is good and bad. It's good in the sense that Cyborg's a way more interesting character, but the actor is so much worse.
So what about Steppenwolf?
Steppenwolf, he looks and sounds better, but like it's such a Snyder design because spikes everywhere.
Sounds, I mean, he's here to destroy your world and your speakers.
Yeah, oh yeah, the bass in his voice is ridiculous. But okay, yeah, so we're an hour in. We're at part 3, which I guess I must have missed a thing for part 2. I didn't even notice, but I guess each part's not an hour, which is good because otherwise we'd be checking in every fucking half hour, I guess. So alright, yeah, we're gonna do another hour of the Snyder Cut now. Okay, we're 2 hours in right now. Oh man, where do we start?
So that's it? We subcut Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League?
So we finally got to The Flash, who is really... I'm surprised at how much not better he is. He's still awful. I can't believe some of the dialogue he has that's still...
It's in the movie. It's in this movie.
Yeah, I thought
it was Josh Whedon, like, filtered him.
Fucking apparently. Like, the whole, like, I need friends. Well, I'm like a snack hole. I'm like a snack hole, black hole snacks. I'm a snack hole. I'm like, Zach, that was you? This humor is a Zach hole.
You need a kick in the asshole.
Yeah, dude, right? And, well, one thing they're doing that I like is that they're doing more with Cyborg in terms of, like, his character, because he had nothing in the other one. They're actually doing his backstory,
So now we got this debate. Which CGI is a bigger mess? His Cyborg suit or Steppenwolf's?
Steppenwolf's is definitely... I don't know, I'll say Steppenwolf's is better. Cyborg still looks terrible to me, because Cyborg, at least from what I remember, he was smoother.
He should be. He should be smoother, like sleeker.
Yeah, and he's all fucking jaggedy here. And I love that Cyborg's main power so far has been bank fraud.
Yes, that's it. He's our hero. He's our hero. He helped his friend cheat in school, and he's destroyed the economy.
I was just about to say that. Superman destroys buildings, Batman destroys criminals, Cyborg destroys the economy. With our powers combined, you're fucked.
Oh, God, I just want to say, I like the part where Flash's dad's like, I don't want to be a drag in your life. I'm like, movie, you're a drag in my life.
Oh my God, yeah, this thing is still going by at a snail's. We're still like, not much has happened.
I know what it feels like to be the Flash now because the movie's so slow and like normal.
It really feels like those fucking Netflix series where it's like, dude, this does not need to be this long. Like, you didn't see that Night Stalker documentary, did you? I watched that, and it was like one of those things where it's like, Jesus Christ, Forensic Files would have covered this thing in one episode. Like, this is not worth 4 hours of my life. That's what this feels like. It's like so stretched out. Like, I can see why Whedon cut some shit, because like, yeah, you don't need all of this, but at the same time, it's like, there's still enough here that it does need to be more than the one movie we got, but it's a fucking mess in terms of like, yeah, a studio was handed this, they'd be like, how we can't put this in theaters.
It's a complete mess. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I mean it's a vision. I still don't get the 4x3 though. I don't get that. Like, what? How is that? I don't know how that helps the movie at all. Like, what is the benefit of shooting it that way? Like, would a studio look at it like, oh yeah, we'll put this 4x3 movie, I guess maybe for IMAX?
Just stretch it. I want to see more of the Chryslers.
Oh God, yeah, the product placement. It's the Zack Snyder product placement too. The fucking... Dude, the Sony tape recorder, I was telling him, this is the first time in a long time that I've seen a Sony product placement in a movie that's not Sony. Because even fucking Into the Spider-Verse had Sony headphones, was like, you literally animated your logo onto headphones that don't even fucking exist. What the fuck else happened in the last hour?
Amber Heard got beat up.
Amber Heard got beat. Which, okay, that's another thing. They seem to be rolling with this where they need a pocket of air underwater to be able to speak, which is like, that was something that the Aquaman movie changed, which I actually thought was a good change because that's kind of dumb. They're fish people. Let them talk underwater. Also, Amber Heard has a British accent in this, which is weird.
I was thinking, does she have a British accent in the Aquaman movie?
I don't remember if she had it in the Whedon version, but she definitely did it in the Aquaman movie.
We need water. Near the closest source. You dare speak of Queen Idlana that way?
They actually had one scene with her that was kind of cool where she sucked like blood and fluid out of Steppenwolf like it was some Avatar The Last Airbender shit. Oh man, but yeah, we're hour 2 or how fucking
We're close to an hour 2.
we just started part fucking 4. And we're almost halfway.
Yep.
Almost. We started this shit at what, like 12:30? Oof! This is gonna be our night, Nick. So, yeah, we'll check back in another hour, I guess. So what happened this last hour, Nick?
Superman came back.
Yeah, that's kind of it. They're like, they really drew that out. Like an hour of just Superman. Was the fight under the... That was this past hour, right? The fight under the sewers?
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Okay, so the action is, I would say, better. But it's... Like, because there's more impact, but it's still, like... This is slow as shit. Even beyond the slow-mo, like, everything has more weight to it, and everything, like, feels more epic. But... It's so fucking slow, and it doesn't need to be this slow. The only thing this thing has reminded me of is like how much I'm gonna miss Ben Affleck as Batman, because every scene with him, like the way he's shot and everything, the lighting, he looks great.
You want to talk about how you predicted?
Oh, yeah. So I said this in preparation for watching this. I didn't watch the theatrical cut again because why would I? But I remember watching part of my own review of Justice League. And the ending, I remember I said,
if you want the Snyder cut of Justice League, just take out the color and the humor and then slow the movie down so that the runtime is 3 hours. There you go. That's the Snyder cut.
I was off by a fucking hour, but I was right about sucking all the color out. The chapter we're on right now is literally called Something Darker. Which is already like, can it get darker, Zach? I don't know.
Well, could you talk about the mother boxes? How they're introduced? How they were even introduced in this version compared to the other one?
In the other one, they're just kind of there.
Yeah, the monster explodes. He explodes.
That scene that's not even in this movie. It looks like. Oh yeah, because in the theatrical cut, the way Batman starts investigating, which is so stupid, he destroys a parademon and it explodes into 3 boxes on the wall. Which is like, why would it do that?
Yeah.
Which is a really dumb scene from Whedon. Like now Batman's gonna walk around the world with a magnifying glass looking for boxes.
Yeah, in this one, it's like what was it, in the Amazonian cave walls?
Yeah.
Which makes more sense because it's there to tell a warning.
And the Atlanteans too. Like, the boxes are more built up in this by a lot, but they're also, this pacing of the movie is literally a box an hour, and then eventually it gets to the fight. Which this is kind of funny, like, when you compare it to the Whedon version, because Steppenwolf just gets the boxes really quick. My favorite is after they revive Superman, he just fucking comes down and is like, yeah, this is mine now, and then takes off. Here, there's actually a scene. They just killed Cyborg's dad, which I'm wondering what the point of that is, because he survives in the theatrical version. But also, okay, I remember something. They introduced Martian Manhunter.
That's right. For like 10 seconds. Part 6? Hasn't shown up since.
Well, yeah, he's coming in, I think he's supposed to, the plan was that he was going to come in down the line, but I was like, dude, why are you trying to introduce Martian Man? Because I think that's like he's almost like the DCEU's like Vision character. I mean, it's like the character who's playing him makes sense, like who it is in terms of like where he was in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, but it's like
Even when we like got past the build up of this movie, they're still building up other movies.
right, yeah.
Martian Manhunter. We got you said Injustice teasing.
They teased Injustice, yeah, with one of the flashbacks. Oh, you know, they had the Green Lantern teases. Mm-hmm. They just really picked the wrong guy to kickstart this universe.
Yeah.
Because, like, what's his face? Who was the first Iron Man? Oh, Jon Favreau.
Yeah,
Jon Favreau. They picked him to kickstart the MCU, which Iron Man is a pretty decent movie, like, the whole way through. And, like, you know, the Hulk that came out afterwards, like, that wasn't good, but it was, like, along the same tone. Mm-hmm. And, it worked as a self-contained movie. None of Zack Snyder's movies don't work as self-contained movies. This sure as fuck doesn't work as a movie. If this was a mini-series, it would work better, but, like, as a movie, it definitely doesn't work.
Would you say this was the best use of Batman Zack Snyder has used?
I remember you asking
from Zack Snyder.
The use of him, I don't know. The character-wise, like, I like how Batman is in this way more than the Whedon version.
He's way better use of Batman than this one in the theatrical cut.
Yeah, because Batman was making such stupid jokes in the theatrical version. I'm like, that's not Batman's character. Batman's jokes are, like, sly and cool. Like, the whole, I'm rich, that's my super... Okay, that's a Batman joke. But in Whedon's version, it's like, oh, yep, something's bleeding. And, like, oh, yeah, Batman. Whenever I think of Batman, I think of someone complaining. Every time. Batman's like, oh, I've got a paper cut. Yep, definitely gonna need a Band-Aid.
Oh, man. Imagine if they had Joker in the Wheaton version.
Oh, God.
Batman would be like, oh, I hate clowns.
Yeah, probably. We haven't actually had the Joker yet. I'm assuming he's going to come in later, which begs the question, why include him? Did anyone watch Suicide Squad? Where are you 5 people in the world that watched Suicide Squad and went, yeah, Jared Leto was great? Where are all 5 of you, and tell me why you're in jail now? Because, Jesus Christ. Okay, no, this involved another annoying character, The Flash. Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting because they haven't done it yet. Remember Batman v Superman when fucking Batman wakes up from his dream within a dream and then he's like, it's too soon!
Yeah.
So are they going to do that? Because that was setting up for a movie for God knows when.
Nothing.
Also, like, now it's hit me, like, with the Martian Manhunter being, looking like, Clark's mom. It's like, well, why couldn't you just have Clark's mom do that? Like, actually, if you...
Martha Manhunter.
Martha Manhunter. Fuck you.
Yeah, I said another good Martha joke too.
Yeah, what was it?
Yeah, when the sewers, the water was coming in.
Yes,
like,
no. I said the only thing that's missing is Jason Momoa saying Cowabunga, and you said
Kawamartha.
Fuck. I know they took out Joss Whedon's little Superman saying, "Do you bleed?" to Batman, which really that kind of felt like a fuck you to Snyder from Whedon, where he's like, "This is what I think of your shitty dialogue." Some of this stuff, I'm surprised is still Snyder, because like I mean, this is pretty different than the Whedon version. But some of this stuff I'm seeing, I'm like, that was Snyder did that? Oh God, why? Shows me Snyder can't do humor either, though, because like, I mean, have you laughed once, like legitimately at any of the jokes here?
Laughed at our jokes.
They're trying with fucking Barry Allen. There was one scene that was kind of funny with Barry Allen when he was dodging.
Yeah. When he was like, whoop.
That was actually kind of funny. It's like, you do stuff like that, I can get behind it, because it's like, not like, I mean, I'm not over that. It's the most obnoxious thing.
It's like they looked at the Tom Holland Spider-Man, it's like, do that. At least he embarrassed himself by tripping. That's definitely a Joss Whedon joke.
Oh, I'm surprised that the running in the hallway was still like this. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Run like this! Fucking Christ. His Flash still sucks. That's like one thing they definitely didn't.
I hate every line that comes out of his mouth.
Oh yeah, dude. Everything they've done with him, still, I'm like, I can't wait.
All he did was just charge a box, and that somehow rewinds time a little.
That was... I can see why Whedon would have cut that, because why the fuck would you... Oh, you know what? The too soon scene! If they're trying to establish that the Flash can time travel.
Right.
Right, okay, they're hinting at it, but, I don't care. It's still stupid.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
God, we need to get the Flash working. He's a funnier character than we've ever had. He's the key to all of this.
Hey! We didn't get snack. We didn't get brunch, but we kept snack hole.
We need to get Leto working. He's the key to all of this. He's a funnier character here, Ed.
He's a more damaged character than we ever had. He's a more damaged Joker.
Oh, fuck. I was so sure that fucking we live in a society that he's gonna be a post-credit scene now. It's gonna be a vision building up to another movie that's not gonna fucking happen. We got time, baby. Another hour to go.
Now, okay.
Here we go.
Something darker.
Something darker.
Just gonna be black screen audio. That's all I want.
I'm just gonna turn the picture off and leave the sound playing. Alright, let's get to this. Okay, so we're done with the Snyder cut. So, what do you think, Nick?
Fascinating.
Fascinating is a good word.
Very fascinating.
That's a good word for it.
This whole thing, everything about these two movies has been a very fascinating experience. I'm not even that much of a DC person.
No,
like a movie person. Fascinating.
You see, I watched a lot of. I don't read like DC comics that much. I've never read the Killing Joke. I mean, I fucking have a Killing Joke tattoo on me. I'm into that stuff. I don't read them like religiously, but I remember watching. I don't know if you heard the show Young Justice.
Yes, I'm familiar with it.
It's actually a really good show, but it's definitely...
I know everyone watching it, but I have seen it on TV, and I know a lot of people were big fans of it and wanted more of it.
It kind of feels like the old Teen Titans show, but a little bit more grown up, and then season 3 of Young Justice is really grown up.
Yeah.
But Young Justice is when they started getting into like the cosmic stuff, like the stuff beyond just Earth, which is a lot of what this movie was. So a lot of the stuff they were alluding to in this, I knew because of Young Justice. But it's also like, Zach, there was no way any studio was gonna put this much movie in a movie. Because they build up so fucking much. And it's also like, I can definitely see there's a lot of scenes that they needed to cut. Like, but there's ones that...
But the thing is, like, the stuff they cut out, the stuff they cut out and add in is so much worse.
It is worse. That's the problem. Like the whole how Batman finds out about the mother boxes. That's
stupid.
That is so much worse.
Yeah.
But then they do things even in this version and the Whedon version. They put in scenes that don't need to be there, like Wonder Woman with the bank. What did that do for the? And it was so
that. Just show off that she could do that. That's it.
And it's so long though, and the fucking the anti-life equation thing, like that whole battle, like they shortened it in the Whedon version, which makes sense, but it makes sense in the short term, but it doesn't make sense in the long term because of what it's building up to. But it's also like, dude, you just did basically Infinity War, and you're gonna do another one right after because they leave off with the cliffhanger that there's another one coming, and
it's just Infinity War 2.
Yeah.
Dark Side with I don't know, more Steppenwolves.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh man. Okay, so the whole last hour was all climax.
Yeah.
All of it, which I'll be honest, I was into like
that was not bad.
All of it, yeah. First of all, it looks so much better. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, no contest.
Dude,
the Whedon thing is just red garbage.
I red
tinted garbage.
Yeah, but I said before, I messed up. I said in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. No, it looks like the opening cutscene of Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and it looks, dude, so fucking. Here, it actually looks really cool. And it was also one of those things where it's like, well, I don't like the fact that it's another fucking Snyder movie in the dark. But like compared to the Whedon version, I'm like, this just visually it looks better. There's a lot more. The action, dude, is so much better.
Yeah.
And does something do with Batman in this, like compared to the Batman? Like if Snyder wanted to be like a visual director for Batman, I would be all for that. Yeah. Because the way
he's like visionary.
That's
the visual.
Yeah, no, that stands true.
That's what made made people like him about like 300.
Yes, exactly. Because 300 it's a dumb movie, but like the way it looks like it has a fucking such a style to it, like that. Like even though the movie's goofy, it's like it looks so like cool. Like it was like you couldn't escape 300 for like months because it was parodied on everything because of how like over the top in style. Yeah.
Did he do Watchmen?
He did do Watchmen. I didn't watch that firsthand though because I'm not into really Watchmen, but I heard that one was like mixed things just because it was good, but it was like too like faithful to the comic in some senses.
Well, it's faithful, but it does some stuff that deviate from the comics I'm not a big fan of.
Okay.
But it's a pretty decent adaptation.
How would you say it looks visually, though?
Looks alright.
And then he also, Zack Snyder also did, that Dawn of the Dead remake, which I actually think is a...
That keeps escaping my mind.
Yeah, because it's such a gritty kind. You think more Rob Zombie with that remake almost than Zack Snyder, but I actually like that movie. Like
I have to watch it. I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's definitely a generic zombie movie, but it's actually it's got its own appeal to it, and that one also is pretty stylish. But then you get to the scene in Man of Steel where Jor-El is telling Clark his backstory, and the way it's done with the holograms almost, that's another visual thing. Yeah. So it's like if Zack Snyder wanted to be a visual guy for the DCU, I could see that working with certain characters. It did not work with Superman because he sucked the color out of it. Yeah. And when we get to color with Superman, they made it even worse this time around because of his suit. Because the Whedon fucking bright suit, it looked terrible because of the fucking padded muscles, but it was colorful. That was Superman. He's dressed in black for no reason.
It's like the opposite.
Exactly.
They did the opposite.
Here's the thing with Snyder that's a problem. He turns Superman into Batman. Yeah. Which is like, dude, if you want to do a Batman movie, I think he'd be visually he'd be great for that. But when it comes to actually the story, and that wouldn't be good. But Superman, it's like, dude, you're just not the guy for Superman. Like, they gambled wrong when they picked him to do Superman. Because the stuff in Batman v Superman that I liked was the Batman stuff. Because it looked good, and Ben Affleck is a great Batman. And I stand by it. After seeing all this, Ben Affleck, fucking great Batman. What the fuck else? So much action going on.
The other opposite, when he actually comes to his senses and becomes a hero, he's wearing all black. That's his Injustice look.
Right. Well, we'll get to Injustice.
Evil look.
But exactly.
But at the end of the movie, when foreshadowed that he would turn evil, that's when he's wearing the colored suit.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Backwards.
It's completely backwards. And some of the stuff they did with Steppenwolf, I liked the fact that he's just getting his ass kicked. I like that they turned Steppenwolf into basically a bitch. Yeah, he is literally Darkseid's bitch.
Yeah, the whole point of it is just to prove his worth to him.
Which makes sense because he was so fucking lame. He was the worst villain in the entire DCEU. So it almost feels like a little bit of a retcon, like a meta thing. We're like, oh well, he sucks in the universe too. So I guess we'll go with that. I don't remember if they explained it in this, but the Barry Allen's stupid wires on him. I think the electricity flows through them.
I didn't even notice he had wires on him until you pointed
out.
Oh,
but that was part of what I hated about his costume design, because I still stand by it. I don't like his suit. If he wants to have the wires on there for electrical currents, I kind of don't mind that, but it's still just a bunch of pads meshed together, and it's like, dude, how do you piss in that thing? How do you do that? What else? Some of the stuff with Aquaman, they're still doing the whole alright. I literally thought that was Whedon. Apparently that was fucking Snyder too.
I mean, it's like a cool. It looks like a cool surfer guy. It's like he wants to look hip and badass.
Okay,
I'm okay with him saying stuff like that.
I guess, but it's just you know what it is? Maybe because it didn't bother me as much. Maybe it is the way Whedon did it, because Whedon was his version was so much campier. So it really felt like, dude, you are just playing. Because Whedon's version, I think I said in my review of it that it felt like a fucking movie that was 10 years older than it actually was. Because it really did remind me of maybe even earlier, the early 2000s kind of superhero, the fucking Catwomans, the Fantastic Fours, over the top, and Spider-Man too, even though it's good. It's so they were all so fucking goofy back then. Yeah. Even Blade had some motherfuckers are always trying to go uphill. Fuck that line was. Well, what the fuck else, dude? There's so much that happens in this class. Oh, wait, here's one thing that Whedon added that is dumb, but it kind of shows that Whedon was better for Superman with that stupid scene with the Russian family, which they're not in this version at all.
Nope.
But in the Whedon version, the Flash pushes their car out of the way and it's all happy, and then you see Superman carrying an entire building of people, and it's like, okay, that feels like a Superman thing.
Yeah, you know what, Josh Whedon, he should do Superman. Zack Snyder should do Batman.
Yeah, they got that fucking wrong, right? Yeah. I feel like that would, work more, because it's just, Whedon's a campier guy. I don't want to say he's fucking doing it like Supergirl or some shit like that. But it, like he makes lighter movies.
Yeah.
So it makes sense when you do that. And Snyder doing Batman makes more sense. Of course, like with Snyder though, you gotta have somebody else write the script. Don't have David Goyer. Don't have Zack Snyder do the script. Like, cause Zack Snyder, here's the actual filming of the scenes in this was actually pretty good. I would say. I was actually surprised with the restraint on the shaky cam and how much the action still worked with the fucking 4:3 aspect ratio, and his use of slow-mo in this is weird.
It's something he does in all his movies.
I know, but he uses it at weird points in this because he in the Whedon version the slow-mo was done in the middle of action scenes. In this, it's kind of like the actual action is fast, but the slow-mo is used like in moments in between the action.
Well, look, I think only way you can do that is with the Flash.
They did it well, yeah, but then, I mean that makes sense with the Flash. But they did it like with Wonder Woman a couple times.
I know. As I was saying, only have slow mo what's appropriate.
Right.
Flash.
Well, see, that's actually a clever way to have Zack Snyder do his slow mo bullshit and have it make sense. Just have it all be. That's actually very true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: the fucking time travel scene of the Flash turning back everything after they failed to stop the mother boxes from murder. That looked amazing.
Yes, that looks pretty cool.
That looks so good. I was like, Jesus Christ, fuck. Even in 4:3, this looks incredible. And then I'm like, Joss Whedon with a studio before COVID could not make a scene look this good as Snyder did at home with cobbled together fucking footage. That was actually like that scene. I was like, this is epic. And then use some music in this besides the fucking throughout like the. Okay, I would say 3 hours of this movie's use of music is terrible. All the shit in the climax that they did with the music is actually really fucking good.
I'm glad they did something cool with the Flash, and he barely opened his goddamn mouth.
Yeah, okay, this is the thing with the Flash though. Like character-wise, he is still irritating in this, but like thank God they toned him down. I'm still surprised that Snyder rolled with that because, well, I guess Snyder also fucking picked Eisen Luthor, so there's that problem. But I mean. They toned him down, and that scene was like the best fucking Flash scene I've ever seen in anything.
Yeah, well, if only went back in time and prevented himself from choking that woman.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I love that the DCU's got two very controversial people, fucking Ezra Miller and Amber Heard, and they're both alluded to going into the future moving forward, even though that's not going to happen. But, what else? Oh, when Superman comes in, it's a little bit different than the Whedon version, but it's still like, man, it just turns into a video game, kind of. Also, like, I'm sorry, Superman is too strong. Like, he's too fucking, like, Steppenwolf's axe can't even, like, dent him?
Like that.
Like, even in Man of Steel, like, he wasn't that fucking strong.
I was kind of hoping Darkseid will actually, get into the battle, actually prove to be a threat to Superman, an actual match to Superman.
If they did that, that'd be interesting. They find a way to knock him back in the hole.
Yeah.
Okay, they did that. I think that could work.
Like he can't exactly take him on, but maybe get enough strength to push him back.
Right, maybe Wonder Woman does her thing, Aquaman does his thing, like they all do one thing at once, and it's just enough to shove Darkseid back in the portal.
Yeah, like it's clobbering time. Right. So like it's clobber time. Like at the end of that fucking.
And then that also lets them know that holy shit, Darkseid is fucking strong.
Yeah.
We need to get ready for that guy.
Yeah,
that would actually
that'd be a pretty good setup.
That's actually a way better setup than what they did because what happens? He just stares at them and he's like. Oh, are you guys doing something right now? Can I walk through the hole?
they all just take a shot at Steppenwolf.
Oh god, the way they get rid of Steppenwolf is so unnecessary.
Humiliate him.
Like it's one thing, like Superman was gonna punch him through the hole, so Darkseid was gonna have to deal with him. But Wonder Woman's like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna
TP at him.
Dude, they treat him rough. But there's some things I'm like still like that was Whedon. Like they're really gonna do the Hall of Justice like. At Bruce Wayne's old house, I don't think that's doing his secret identity any fucking favors.
Oh no, there is no such thing as secret identity in this movie.
No, oh god, no.
They are all bad at keeping their identities. Why even bother?
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, Luthor just fucking reveals who Bruce Wayne is, or Batman's Bruce Wayne, but getting rid of Victor Stone's dad is like, I kind of thought he was gonna come back, and like some kind of subconscious in his head. I guess they're not doing that, which I guess. And they don't really need to keep him around, so whatever. And boy howdy, they made sure that they didn't smooth out him in this version, because Whedon was like at the last second, like, yeah, this design sucks, Zach. And this Zack's like, no, fuck you, it's cool. I like it. I watch Transformers. But oh man, dude, and he does the chest. Superman does the chest rip thing to show the S, and it's black, and it's like, dude, come on, if you're gonna try to do a Christopher Reeve style thing,
have it be one with colors. One matches the logo.
yeah, it's just there. I don't really get Zack's idea of Superman. It's like he's doing all this God bullshit, and it's like, do you remember? Because the one thing I know about Superman, like, yeah, people compare him to gods, but he always plays that shit down.
Godspeed.
But in this movie, he's like, in all of Zack's movies with Superman, he's like, just bask in my greatness.
Listen. At least when he was revived, he didn't just do. Oh, boy, my wrists are tired.
T-posing.
Feels like I just slept on a plank of wood.
Yeah, they really toned down the Jesus-y shit in this movie, which thank God, because that was the worst part of all of Zack Snyder's other ones. Like, dude, Man of Steel, when he gets off the ship like this, I was like, you fucking visionary. You're so... And then when Clark's in the church with the thing of Jesus, and Man of Steel is like a textbook example of how not to do symbolism with your cinematography. Because I was like, oh, this is like a second-year film student did this. Do you get my vision? Here's the thing, though, with this. This was like, someone should have told Zack to stop. Because I'm assuming they just let him do whatever the fuck he wanted with this, but, you know, it ends. Everyone's arc is kind of wrapped up in a decent way.
Yeah, like compared to the theatrical release, everyone's story just kind of wraps up.
Well, they kind of wrap up in the theatrical release too. But it's not satisfying.
No,
because you barely know Cyborg, you barely know Barry Allen, you barely know Aquaman.
I don't remember what the theatrical version of Cyborg.
Oh, he's just fucking. He's sitting in his lab, smoothing out his suit with his daddy. That's all that happens. And then with the Flash, it's the same thing. He gets his job. And Aquaman, I think he just jumps back in the ocean. but like Aquaman, we knew that movie was already coming, so it's like, all right, whatever, that's fine. Even though that movie contradicts a lot of stuff that happens in here, like needing a pocket of air to talk to underwater, and also fucking Amber Heard's magical disappearing, reappearing British accent. And my God, it still reminds me. It's like, canon wise, the end of the DCEU is Aquaman, I think, which fucking that movie sucks. I know people disagree with me on that one. Someone got mad at my review of it, but that movie's not good. I'll say what I said before. I have never felt hostage by a movie as much as I did. Here's the thing. This was a 4-hour movie. Aquaman felt longer than this. This actually, this felt like 3 hours, kind of.
I didn't see it, so I have no input on it.
Yeah, okay. But this kind of reminded me of, sitting through Endgame. The runtime wise, because I think it's because the climax of this is actually really good. Yeah. But dude, those first 3 hours though, it's you could trim so much. Yeah. It's literally they shot too much movie.
Bloated.
They shot too much movie for one movie, but not enough for two, basically. Because I think Justice League originally was supposed to be a 2-parter, so in that sense it kind of makes sense. But also you gotta look at it in the sense if you do this as a 2-parter. What the fuck's the ending of part 1? So I think it would be Superman coming back.
Yes.
That would be the ending, and then you build up to...
Or at least either Superman coming back, or having the climax be them trying to snap Superman back.
No, I think that would be the opening scene. The opening scene of Justice League Part 2. And then the whole movie is they don't know... Or no, maybe they end it like fucking Mockingjay Part 1, where Superman... maybe punches somebody, and then it cuts to black, and it's oh no, he's gone bad. Kind of what Peta did to Katniss at the end of Mockingjay Part 1, where you beat the shit out of her, and then people are hyped for the second one. I think that makes sense, but he shot 2 movies, or he wanted to do 2 movies, which the way this is structured, that kind of does make sense. I still don't think there's enough in Part 1 though, unless they just really extend some of the fight scenes. But even then, there's still some plot points that are lacking.
Yeah.
So it's what do you do? Oh God, we should talk about the epilogue, which is just is an example of Zack not being told no, because this is where someone needs to tell him no. We kind of got off the rails, and we're gonna get to this, but so it shows Cyborg, Batman, Mira, which we want more of her, and fucking Slade Wilson and or Deathstroke.
Futuristic Flash?
I think it's just Flash growing up. I think it takes place years later because it's a future vision. So it shows them in like a post-apocalyptic world, and then Jared Leto's Joker, which.
Oh,
God.
Chew that up. Chew it up with your fucking black, disgusting teeth.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing that's confusing. It's like, so did he have his tattoos removed?
I'm assuming his whole face is caked in white makeup.
Oh, maybe. Well,
just to hide those tattoos.
But that doesn't make any sense because he's originally like, at least in the way he was originally portrayed, it was that he didn't wear white makeup. He was just pale because he felt.
Okay, no.
Yeah,
okay.
I guess. Yeah.
No, people hated that. Completely change him.
Well, the thing with Heath Ledger was like the first one to wear makeup because that was they were grounding that one in reality. Because Jack Nicholson, I mean,
chemicals, right?
Chemicals, because that's the Joker's origin story. But he did wear makeup, but it was flesh colored makeup to hide the fact that he looked like that, and it was kind of funny to have him smiling. You're like, what are you smiling? He was like, life's been good to me, guys. But yeah, so they're just, I mean, unless he's putting white makeup on top of his bleached face, which is like, okay, this feels like a fuck you to David Ayer because like, wow, Zack Snyder doesn't understand Superman, but David Ayer doesn't understand gangster culture at all because Suicide Squad was like, hey, do you think this is cool? I feel like this is cool. I'm a 40-year-old man. This is what my teenage daughter does. I think this is cool. I went with her to Hot Topic at the mall one time. I'm hip to what's going on. But and his acting like was not his voice was better. His laugh is the same. He's still doing that Oh, he did a couple of oohs. So he's really stretching himself. I think he had to mail a couple more fucking used condoms to really get into character for that part.
Fucking.
Also, yeah, well, I want to say this real quick. Hey, Jared Leto, did you need to do all that shit while you were doing these reshoots? Did you fucking... Oh, thank you, Zach, for putting me in this movie. And did you mail him some anal beads, too, you fucking hack? You fucking shitty fucking actor. This is what you have to do to get in character? Fucking Christ. Why don't you try acting? I don't think Joaquin Phoenix needed to fucking just go to places and laugh in people's faces like, okay, take notes. Wow, they hated that. All right. But they do that.
I got one of Heath Ledger.
Oh God, yeah. It still feels like a ripoff of Ledger, which like, can you just like, this movie had so much grave digging in it. Can you just dig up Ledger's grave and piss on it if you're gonna fucking do this to his Joker? His Joker won a fucking Academy Award, and you're just trying to do that fucking half-assed, like the fucking. This is literally the Joker at home, the store brand Joker.
Yeah, the mumble rap of Joker.
Fucking Christ. And then yeah, so he has his little scene with Batman, which is like, goddamn, Ben Affleck's Batman deserves such a better Joker than fucking Leto. Like, Christian Bale and Heath Ledger's Joker, they felt so on par with each other. And I'm looking at Affleck and Leto, I'm like, just choke this little twerp out. What the fuck's he talking about? But so they do confirm that Leto's Joker killed, I guess No, it was Jason Todd in the comics. I don't know if they're doing Dick Ray. We haven't had a single.
I don't know.
Robin.
They didn't. I don't think they've ever set up Robin.
Well, they did set up Robin in Batman v Superman. They showed the suit, but we don't know which. Jason Todd is the second Robin, though, but that means there has to be a Dick
like
Grayson.
The Suicide Squad, the beginning of Suicide Squad, doesn't that beginning of that movie kind of implies that Harley Quinn killed Robin?
Oh, don't ask me to remember. Which opening of Suicide Squad? The movie had like fucking 3 openings, but I don't remember. But if they're doing Jason Todd, that means there was a Dick Grayson at one point. So does that mean there's Nightwing in the DCEU technically? Because unless they're just skipping Dick Grayson, going to Jason Todd, or they're making Dick Grayson the one who got killed by the Joker. But they're definitely confirming that happened, and what they're setting up is like we talked about it before. When Superman lands, or when someone lands as Superman, he's the cause of all the destruction in the world, and again, he's wearing his normal Superman suit. It's like, if there's ever a time you want to dress Superman up in black, this is the fucking time, because they're setting up injustice, which makes sense for Snyder. But go on, I know you.
Setting up is a very loose term.
Yeah, I would say wishing.
You know
Let's
what?
go back to Wonder Woman 84.
No, you know what? That whole epilogue is a dream sequence. That was
Ben Affleck dreaming of when he still could have a career with acting as Batman.
No, that is Zack Snyder's dream. It's most likely going to stay a dream.
Yeah, and then the fucking ends with Batman talking in Martian Manhunter, which Martian Manhunter just casually drops that he's Bruce Wayne, and Batman's like, oh cool, you know that too. Again, secret identities in this universe don't mean shit. They're just like, oh word, yeah, my name's Bruce Wayne. Oh, you need my social? Yeah, man. My bank account? Of course, I'm fucking low. Dude, I just thought how funny it would be a cyborg just for fun when he's bored, fucked with Bruce Wayne's money. Bruce Wayne tries to use his credit card, he's like, it's not going through, sir. He's like, calling up, knock it off. This isn't funny, Victor. I'm just trying to buy a fucking Starbucks coffee. But yeah, Martian Manhunter just like casually shows up and just says there's a war coming, which that's gotta suck to be Bruce Wayne waking up and be like, there's a war coming, there's an enemy coming from far away, and he's like, I just did this shit. Oh my fucking god, can I have a nap? Ben Affleck actually looked great in that scene because I remember when I was seeing Ben Affleck post Justice, he looked rough. He was really fat because he just couldn't, he couldn't work out and he was an alcoholic, so he just looked
fat man.
Yeah, fat. What Christian Bale was originally. I don't know if you heard that story where Christian Bale gained too much weight to play Batman originally, and they're like, Christian Nolan's like, I asked you to play Batman, not Fat Man. But so he actually looked skinnier in this than he did in the rest of the movie. But yeah, so they're building up to Injustice and the anti-life equation.
I don't know what the hell the anti-life equation is.
Oh, they're so separate from each other, from what I know. So it's like you're combining those two things, because each one of those can make their own like epic movie, and you're trying to do both of them. Like fucking Jesus Christ, fucking
eggs in one basket.
That is Zack Snyder's entire career with the DCEU. I mean, half of fucking Batman v Superman was setting up Justice League, and
Justice League setting up more stuff.
The fact that this Justice League is setting up more stuff is what's egregious, because it's like, we know it's done. We're done here. You're not gonna get another DC movie because the Joss Whedon version came out in theaters.
Yeah.
They don't do theatrical sequels to DVD director's cuts.
Nope.
I mean, if they wanted to, I feel like they could get away with it though, because the Whedon one is so bad, and it's like the fan base hated it too.
Yeah.
So it'd be more marketable, but it's like, it doesn't mean Snyder's stuff is good just because it's better. There's definitely some things in here that are actually like legitimately good, but there's still a lot of bad, and it still doesn't need to be this long.
It's very it takes a lot of patience to sit through the good stuff.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, when the climax comes along, I'm fucking into it.
Yeah.
The climax is great, but, like, you gotta remember the 3 hours before the climax. That's why the movie feels shorter, because the climax is just constant action, and it's actually, like, well-paced, that you forget how much the rest of the movie just fucking drags. It's like, I don't know, you didn't see any of the Hobbit movies, did you?
Hobbit movies, no.
Okay, the third Hobbit movie, the first half of that is just all fucking talking. It is so boring, I couldn't stand it. And then the rest of the second half is both halves are an hour, and it was just all action, barely any talking. So I was like, okay, this works. But with that movie, there's also a lot of slow motion with the action. Man, Zack Snyder fucking using the Flash to be the guy that causes slow mo is such a good idea. Get on that without fucking doing it outside of using the Flash. You're gonna have to write Nick a royalty check because that was his idea. But shit, yeah. So, anything else you want to add to it?
I like the less talking.
Less talking, yeah. Oh god, Whedon's version, they wouldn't shut up. They removed some again, like with Whedon, like his version of Superman I like better than Zack Snyder, because some of the quips that Superman had, as from Whedon's point of view, makes sense. Like when he flew in after he saved the family to punch Steppenwolf, he's like, "Is this creep still giving you trouble?" Like, that's something Superman would say.
Yeah.
But then you contrast that in the Whedon version, where Superman is violently punching Steppenwolf in the face and lasering him in the face, and punching. And oh god, he does even more here. But like it's it's such Whedon's like dialogue, but then Zack Snyder's over the top violent action, which is very weird. Like, Jesus Christ, that fucking theatrical cut is going to go down in history as the most cobbled together fucking piece of shit mess. Like, it's such a good example of two completely different directors fucking playing hot potato with the movie.
Exactly. That's what makes it all so fascinating.
Yeah.
You have to look at both movies and figure out which one is from Joss, and which one is from Snyder.
I corrected him in between takes, but I don't know how to say Joss. I know that just means his parents were fucking pretentious too. Josh? That's so mainstream. Joss. His name's Mark? No, fuck that. Marth. That's how Fire Emblem got started. But, yeah, that's
Joss, more like moss, because I'd rather watch moss grow.
I'd rather watch a Mars bar. But, yeah, it's a good example of, like, just fucking two people who could not be more different as directors fumbling over a single project. Can you think of anyone else where this happened? Where it's, like, so wrong? Like, even
that could never happen to another franchise. Like, maybe a franchise owned by Disney.
Are you talking about Star Wars, Nick? Oh, that's actually, you know what? Well, the thing is, J.J. Abrams didn't do any part of The Last Jedi.
No.
So that's the thing. So there's the difference. The Last Jedi is a separate movie, but you're right in the sense that it's like fucking Rian Johnson went in and was like, yeah, fuck all of this, fuck all of this. This is dumb. Which I mean, like I said, I think I said the original thing I did for Last Jedi. It's like some of Rian Johnson's ideas are better, but it's like execution, buddy. You wrap your movie up in a ball at the end while knowing there's gonna be a. Wow, isn't that fucking different? Rian Johnson kind of wrapped Last Jedi up in a nice little ball knowing there's going to be a sequel. So there's not going to be a sequel to this and Zack Snyder's leaving it open-ended. What is with these people?
Ego.
Fucking right. Zack Snyder thinks he's so fucking good of a director. Yeah, they're going to give me 13 movies with the DCE. Why the fuck wouldn't they? I directed 300. that fucking B movie. Not like grade-wise. Like, it's a B. It's like a C plus B movie. I directed that. Of course you're going to give me more movies. Oh, man. I would give this as a movie. 6 out of 10 maybe?
Yeah, 6, 7.
6 because it's still so long.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's like the climax is so fucking good.
Yeah.
That's what like saves it, is that climax is really good and there's a lot. Also, there's more weight to everything and less cringy dialogue. There's still some, but it's like less cringy.
No like stupid tone destroying one-liners.
Okay, The Flash. There's still
flashy.
Yeah, okay. Like I said before, I can't believe Zack Snyder was the person who put some of that the snack hole line. Maybe that's why Zack Snyder can't do. He doesn't laugh. Which is so. I just saw a video last night of Zack Snyder at a comedy club, where a comedian. Oh, you didn't see this? I shared it. Oh,
no.
Oh, it's so, dude, it's so funny.
What's your name?
Zach.
You look annoyed that I asked you that. I was like, what's your name? He goes, Zach. Every time I meet a stranger, they always ask the same fucking question. And what do you do for a living, Zach?
I'm a movie director.
What? Oh, I just blew it. Oh, no. Shit.
Like, what Zach movie directors have you ever heard of?
Zack Snyder?
That's me.
What? Someone pull up IMDb right now. Let me know how big I just fucked up, okay?
100%.
100%. I could be Robin, right? Right, Zach? Zach. I could be Robin.
So, like, Zack Snyder, I guess, has a sense of humor, but apparently it's bad because that's what Barry Allen is. Yeah, I'm saying 6 out of 10. What are you saying?
Okay, like a high 6.
High 6. Okay, that's we're both 6s. Okay, man. Are you excited?
Well, let's see.
Okay.
Listen, if you were disappointed by the theatrical cuts, you might get something out of the Snyder cut.
Well, I think the people who don't like the theatrical cut will fucking love this.
Yeah, like the fans got what they wanted.
Yeah, the thing is with me, I don't know about you, but I didn't like any of the other Snyder movies in the DCU. Like, I fucking hate Man of Steel. I hate Batman v Superman. And Justice League, Joss Whedon's version, I was like, okay, it's stupid and sucks, but it's okay because it's like, oh, remember Joy? Remember Color? Because Zack didn't have that, but it's still a cobbled together piece of shit. This is like, okay, yeah, there's not really joy in this movie. It's still colorless.
Oh, you want to talk about your fake trailer?
I did an edit of one of the shots where I sucked the color out of it, of the Justice League, and that shot is in this movie, and it looks exactly like my edit. I pulled up my review to show him. Exactly the same, right?
Pretty much.
that was what was the fuck. I was like, Zach.
Give us royalties.
Yeah, I was about to say, where's my royalty check, Zach? You fuck. I want a fucking royalty check. I'm a comedian. I'm not gonna pick on you like that other guy did. I could be Robin. Come on, Zach. You know, you don't even have to make me Robin because I see what happens. Oh God, how embarrassing of a Robin to die by Jared Leto. Oh man, I can think.
Wait. Do you think that's what he's been using the anal beads for? There's stuff about Robin's ass.
Dude. Leto did not say we live in a society.
No, he did not. That was trailer bait.
They literally, wow, they turned their fucking trailer into an intentional meme.
Yep.
By fucking ripping off Joaquin Phoenix, which I guess works marketing-wise, but no, I don't think anyone saw that trailer, heard Leto say that line, and was like, oh, this is legitimately good. I think everyone was like, oh, Jesus Christ, Zach. But the stuff that's good is actually, like, good. Like, I'm staying about the climax, dude. The fucking Flash scene is fucking so ridiculously good. Why did this need to be 4x3 though, Zach?
Just wasted potential. Just trim it out. Do some takes.
You just need someone
do retakes.
Yeah.
Don't add in stupid Don't be someone named Joss and add stupid shit in.
Yeah. Well, that was Warner Brothers made him do that.
Yeah.
Because they looked at the reception of Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. Like, okay, so Zach doesn't quite know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder just needs someone to tell him no every now and then. That's the thing. Like, because I think Man of Steel he had free reign.
How many other movies could work out better if someone just said the word no?
Maybe Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson with The Last Jedi. That's a good fucking example of, hey, maybe don't do that.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I guess all of them, really, all the fucking Star Wars sequels. Hey, you know, okay, so JJ, you're retreading The Force Awakens, A New Hope. So what if you subverted their expectations? Well, we were talking to our buddy Ryan over here. What if you subverted the expectations and left that Star Killer base intact, and that could be a main threat? What if we stop blowing things up every time they pop up? Wouldn't that be cool? That's what you need. Oh man, maybe that's what would have worked if Joss Whedon could occasionally come in and tell Zach, hey, okay, do this a little bit differently. Yeah. Like if fucking, can we make Joss Whedon just solely the director of Superman? Like Zack Snyder directs the whole Justice League, but fucking Joss Whedon's like, I'm in charge of the Superman stuff because that's the stuff that you don't seem to get.
That's just a pissing match.
Well, that's what it was. I mean, you hear how fucking mad Zack Snyder was at panels when he was talking about the theatrical version?
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yeah, he was like saying, I'll burn it all down. I will fucking set the movie on fire before I use a single frame from the Whedon version. It's like, okay, yes.
You know what? Good for him. It's for the best.
It is, but it's also at the same time, it's like, okay, the Whedon version sucks, and apparently he was a dick on set, but like, don't excuse Warner Brothers because they also gave you some shitty guidelines. And they, you know, told you to restrict your vision in some ways, which in some ways they're right, but in other ways, like, this should have been a 2-part movie, but it was like too soon for it. Yeah, I think I'm spent. I have nothing left to say to fucking this. Is better than the Whedon version, but it's still not great, and I don't think I'm ever gonna rewatch anything other than the climax. I'll rewatch the climax for fun, but the rest of it, I mean, maybe. Can you imagine they did like an edit, like the Phantom edit? They did that with this and turned it into 2 movies. That'd be interesting. But all right, I think I'm done. You done?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm content that exists.
Okay, well yeah, we can finally stop hearing about that shit too.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we can probably put this to rest.
Yeah, fucking. Oh god, no! Now we're gonna be waiting for the sequel to Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's gonna be 6 hours long. And Amber Heard's gonna be the star. Ezra Miller, Amber Heard, and Joss Whedon. Can we just remove all of them from anything DC related forever? But yeah. So that was Zack Snyder's Justice League. I might talk about this again on a podcast coming up soon. But oh man, maybe down the road I'll do another December where I hit on all the DC movies that I didn't do Ranting Spider-Mans for. Because I think I'm missing Wonder Woman 84, fucking Shazam, fucking Harley Quinn's movie, and the Birds of Prey, which I still haven't even seen. And then, I guess this, technically. But, yeah, we're fucking done here. Sure, like and subscribe, why not? I don't fucking care. Plug. Follow me on MySpace, I don't give a fuck. That's it, we're done. See you guys next time.